Destination D23 is almost here, and Disney has now released its official streaming schedule for how you can watch this year's D23 at home. And not only do I want to go over that with you, but also where you can go to catch certain panels that perhaps aren't being officially streamed, including the two biggest panels of the event. And then I want to share with you how Disney might have tipped their hand with the Magic Kingdom Villains Land announcement spoiler. So clearly, we've got a lot to talk about ahead of D23 at the end of this month, but I'm going to begin with that official live stream schedule. And for reference, all the times I'm going to share are going to be in Eastern time, so keep that in mind. Destination D23 Saturday, August 30th live stream will begin with a special D23 Gold Theater welcome at 10:30 a.m., followed by a welcome back with Michael Vargo, the head of D23, at 10:45. Then the Three Caballeros from El Grupo to Goodwill Classics at 10:55. Ex Atencio, the untold story of a Disney legend at 11:05, and that should be a good one, by the way, for my fellow Disney history nerds, as they're expecting to show never before seen artwork, so I would definitely plan on catching that one. Then there is Disney Around the Globe India at 11:30, and Be Our Guest with Disney Broadway at 11:35. On Sunday, the schedule is a little more interesting in my opinion. After another special D23 Gold Theater welcome at 1:45 p.m., we have the Stay Tuned, You're Watching Disney Channel at 2 p.m. This is a throwback look at Disney Channel shows through the years. Here is hoping for some Lizzie McGuire and Boy Meets World representation. Then at 2:50, one of my most anticipated panels is Beyond the Spires, an insider look at Disney castles. And this one should be worth checking out because I think we could get some news about Disneyland Abu Dhabi's castle here. And I would personally love to hear about a change to Disney World Cinderella Castle's color palette and maybe the return of the dream lights for the holidays. It's a long shot, but here's to hoping. But that is it. That is the official Destination D23 live stream schedule, and those panels are expected to stream on the D23 website and likely only to D23 Gold members. But if you're not a Gold member and you want to catch some of these panels, or if you're looking to catch the two biggest panels of the event, which Disney is keeping exclusive to attendees, I've got you covered there too. As of right now, it looks like Disney will be allowing attendees to film panels or at least portions of panels at D23. And if that holds, here is who I would expect to post quality videos and streams. And they consist of Mouse Steps, Laughing Place, Attractions Magazine, and Daps Magic on YouTube. For reference, I will be a Destination D23, but I will not be streaming. I'll be taking notes and working on breakdowns to share with you at a later date. So those channel names I just mentioned, those are who I would personally tune into if I couldn't be at the event in person. Now, if you're not looking for a full video of a panel and you just want to keep up with the big news, I would recommend on X that you follow Scott Gustin, Boardwalk Times, Drew the Disney Dude, and Blog Mickey. But now let's address which D23 panels are being perceived as the biggest of the event, the most newsworthy. And those consist of the Disney Studios panel on Saturday and Disney Villains Icons of Evil on Sunday. The Disney Studios panel will begin at 9:15 a.m. This is a typical panel at any D23 because it's where Disney makes announcements and shares new details and sometimes exclusive footage of upcoming movies and TV shows, from live action to animation, as well as Marvel and Star Wars. Granted, this one is not expected to be on the same scale as Anaheim's D23 studio panel, but I'm still expecting info about Avatar 3, Zootopia 2, and The Mandalorian and Grogu. And there have been some interesting Disney movie rumors floating around in recent days, so this could, and I emphasize could, be where Disney decides to confirm them. Then on Sunday at 9:05 in the morning is the Disney Villains Icons of Evil panel, which, as I covered in one of my last videos with you, is being treated as kind of the unofficial Disney Parks panel. Here is how D23 described it. Join Disney Experiences and some of your favorite troublemakers for a panel discussion on how Disney Villains experiences come to life around the world. Hear directly from the creative minds behind new projects and attractions, plus enjoy a special Villains theme medley to kick off Destination D23 Day 2. Now, Walt Disney is also expected to sprinkle park announcements throughout other panels. This is the one from Disney Experiences, and it's the one that says you will hear from the creative minds behind new projects and attractions. So obviously, some new art and info about Villains Land is what we're expecting here. But there is something else that Disney mentioned in their programming guide for D23, and I think it may be a little hint or spoiler from Disney about what they might be prepared to reveal. So in D23's programming guide, Sunday morning's welcome for the day reads as follows. Welcome back, D23 Gold members. Be prepared for a kickoff of Destination D23's final day, where poor unfortunate souls are invited to peek through the magic mirror with our friends from the other side. As a reminder, when Disney Parks Chairman Josh D'Amaro officially announced Villains Land at last year's D23, the magic mirror appeared on screen to help make that announcement. And then for Disney Villains Unfairly Ever After at Hollywood Studios, that show has also relied on the magic mirror, with the story being that Disney villains have been trapped in the mirror's realm and they're trying to break into ours. And if you have followed my channel for a while, you know that one of my theories is Villains Land may actually be that magic mirror's realm. And that explains why all the Disney villains are together in one place. Disney's new description about guests being invited to peek through the magic mirror for this D23 panel, to me, signals this may be what's actually happening, and it could be a clue that the magic mirror is playing a role in this land, whether it's in the land's official name, whether it's as part of an attraction, or as part of the land's entrance to usher guests from Frontierland and Liberty Square into this dramatically dark and different world. Time will tell, but like I've said before, Disney typically chooses their words very carefully and for a reason. So this little line in the description definitely piqued my interest. Still, I do find it odd that we're getting a Villains panel when Villains Land is likely years away and so many other Disney World projects are expected to be completed before that land, like Animal Kingdom's Tropical Americas with its Encanto and Indiana Jones rides, Muppet's Rock and Roller Coaster, the new Animation Courtyard, Lakeshore Lodge, the Disney Destiny, and so on. So I wonder if what appears to be the lack of an official parks panel may be due to a fear of public backlash. After all, Disney has closed down Muppets and the Rivers of America within recent months, both of which were unpopular decisions. And as we speak, the Rivers of America is being drained, and its transformation into the Cars-themed Piston Peak is guaranteed to be one of the more noticeable and controversial undertakings on Imagineering's docket, but Villains Land is actually one of the more popular. So maybe a villains-focused panel is a way for Disney to give fans park news, but wrapped up within a project they know that fans want. Kind of the Mary Poppins philosophy of a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down. Still, I would think a Tropical Americas panel would make more sense, but relying on the Disney villains of all things may be the best way for Disney to kind of have a buffer to prevent public backlash. Of course, Disney could surprise us though. We could be in for something that no one is expecting. Once again, time will tell, and thankfully, we don't have that much longer to wait. But that is all I have for you today about Destination D23. More to come, of course, especially after the event and if we get some of the news that we are hoping for. But as always, I want to hear what you think. Will you be tuning into any live streams? Do you think the Magic Mirror will play any part in Villains Land? What are your thoughts on the lack of a traditional parks panel? And do you have any theories about anything we discussed today? Please let me know. And if you enjoyed today's video, I would so appreciate if you would hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It would truly make my day. But regardless, I appreciate you taking the time to watch, and I hope you have a magical day.